Right, and here we are live. It is April 4th. It is the EuroAsiaAfrica Standup. It is Sam and Pietro, or Pedro, or Peter, or it's just the P-man is here. Yeah, the main thing for me is, I've been off for a week, back in the driving seat now. For some reason, the Hangout connection seems to have stopped working. Not sure what's happened there. That's kind of irritating. We had made some changes to it. It seemed to be working fine, and now something else has happened. So I'll have to look into that. That's website one. I need to get back into reviewing all of the pull requests there. Other updates from me. For the order graders, I should probably get around to deploying a development grader. I need to roll the AV102, that's the TA course, certificates, and get the new AV102 course ready for we've got a new MOOC starting in May. Local support, I've got a series of new pull requests to review. Need to get some sort of administrative DevOps stuff done, and we'll have a client meeting on Thursday, client meeting for the graders on Friday as usual. I think, Peter, how are things going with you?
So I just came back from vacation, probably as you, and I hope I will be useful. So I will be waiting for or looking for some part in, I think, local support that I can help in.
Excellent.
So that's why I'm here. I will get involved. I hope so.
Excellent. Yeah. No, that sounds right. I'm just trying to. That's right. I have to press this button and then this button and then put this in here. Yes. Well, you're in exactly the right place. So now, had you started getting set up with any projects yet, Peter?
So I have set up local support on C9. So
okay.
I tried it. It worked. I also tried, as you maybe remember, using the DVC, Drake DVC, and it worked. So I have it now running on local support. Hello.
Yeah, and Thomas is here. Yeah, hey Thomas.
Hello Piotr, witam w Agile Ventures.
Cześć Thomas.
We do speak Polish, you know. So.
So you are from Poland, but you don't live in Poland, yes?
No, I'm from Warsaw, but I've lived in Sweden for 32 years. So I'm I'm half Swedish, half Polish nowadays, you know. So.
Okay, but you still speak Polish. That's good.
Yeah. As an 11-year-old, basically. Yeah, I was 11 years old when I moved from Poland. So
nice to meet you live.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too, Piotr. Very welcome to Agile Ventures.
Indeed. And so well, Peter, I mean, I can give you. We can maybe at the end of the stand-up, we can have a look at some local support stuff together if you're set up, and have a look at some tasks. We could maybe even do some work together on some things. But Thomas is also here. Thomas, anything to report from your part of the world?
Yeah, well, long time no see.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. So I'm a little bit stuck on Project Unify mobile application because of the sheer fact that I'm doing the lion's share of work on the mobile application all by myself, and so there's a lot of finishing up stuff that needs to be done. We're done with the messaging. I'm done with the. I'm almost done with the friendship module and stuff, but to get everything together is a challenge, and also as when you're getting closer to some sort of a deployment date, you kind of expose some faults or some mistakes you've done in terms of the UX and things like that, So there's like tons of small things that needs to be fixed, basically. So I could definitely use somebody with some Angular experience to help me with that. But we're making good progress. We have we're almost done, but it's the almost that
that last 5% is the,
yes. And without those 5%, the app is still worthless, So, so it doesn't matter how good functionality you have underneath the hood if it doesn't look good and if you can't make calls. So we were stuck on a feature with, you know, a situation where we were supposed to set up either push notifications or server polling to get the latest messages, and it's much easier for us to do server polling actually, to just, you know, listen for new messages. But the problem is, of course, that is kind of a resource heavy thing, you know. Right. So we haven't made a decision on that yet, really. But then, of course, there is this situation that affects both this project and also Craft Academy, is that, you know, we are in the midst of the transition from Angular 1.5 to Angular 2, which also has an impact on Ionic. Right. And so, you know, because we made a decision that mobile applications will be a big part of our curriculum, and we've spent a lot of time, you know, designing materials for Ionic, and I feel that within the next, like, I don't know, 6 months or something, when Ionic 2 is released, it's in beta right now, but it's going to be released, then I have to rewrite everything, basically, because the Angular 2 is completely different from Angular 1.5, you know, it's a completely different way of doing things, you know. And on top of that, we are also, you know, making the transition to Rails 5, which basically means that, you know, most of my course documentation that in regard of Rails and Ionic will be rendered, you know, more or less worthless in a while. So that's heavy for a small company like ours, because, absolutely, you know, it's very resource heavy to write new course documentation and stuff. So, but you know, in a smaller scale, of course, in this project, should we make a transition to Ionic 2 now, or should we just finish this off? You know, you know, there are some decisions that needs to be made. Basically. Yes. Well, maybe we can set up a session a bit like we did before, where you can kind of go through it with me in some more detail, and we'll have a longer chat about it. But yes, those sorts of decisions absolutely are the challenging ones. Yeah, if you have some time later this week, absolutely, I'd love that. You know. Yeah, good stuff. All right, we'll work something out. Nice one. Okay. Yeah. So that's the stand-up. I think. I don't know if there's anything else to cover on the stand-up. Yeah. Should we? Anything else we want to throw into the stand-up mix from Peter or Thomas or myself? I'll mention briefly. Thomas is I think it's I want to try and roll the AV102 certificates and get the new, you know, potentially run a new AV102 course. So. Absolutely. Not going to do about that today, but yeah, this week I want to try and get into that. Yeah, anyway. We could perhaps sync those, you know, our talk and putting in some work on the certificates. Sure. Indeed. Good stuff. Okay, well let's shall we just move on to Peter? We could have I guess how should we do this? Do you have any particular questions, Peter, about local support that you're burning questions that you need answering from the process of getting set up in it, or?
No, I'm still getting set up. I'll see what I can do, where I can help, and I'm not sure if we should talk about it on stand-up or later, as you want.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess probably what we might do, what I probably need to do now, actually, the main thing I need to do for local support is do kind of a review of the pull requests, and there's some certain DevOps things. So if you're free, like in 5-10 minutes, we could set up a local support pairing session. And we could, you know, you could join me as I go through that, and you could kind of pick up a sense of where we are in the project through that, if that's interesting to you.
Yeah, I think so. It will be great.
Okay, cool. Well, I will set up a Hangout, and I'll also be investigating why our Hangouts aren't notifying the Slack environment in the way they should be. Yeah, and I'll basically ping in about 10 minutes. Is that all right?
So probably I'll see that in pairing notifications channel.
Yeah. Yes. You will. Yeah. Even if I have to post it there manually myself. Yeah. All right. Okay. Good to see you both, and I'll catch up with you both real soon. All right. Bye for now.
Guys. Take it easy. Cheers.
Cheers.